What's up everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be going over the pros and cons of the recent Star Fox announcement. Let's dive into it, shall we? First we gotta talk about the cons, and, well, the two major cons of this game is, first, the way it looks. A lot of people are complaining about this, I kind of am too, and it's mainly the characters. The characters just look really weird in this more animal-like style, which is not usual for Star Fox. I would also like to point out that I am not a Star Fox fan, do not plan to get this game, but I am covering this because it's Nintendo and I'm a Nintendo guy. So, that is the case. But the characters don't really look that good. In my opinion, I think they all look fine, except for Fox, which is kind of a big deal because he's the main character. I think everyone else looks fine, even Falco. Everyone says Falco looks bad, but I think Falco looks fine. It's mainly the eyes on Falco, though. But the looks are the main con. The other main con is this is the third or fourth remake of Star Fox 64. The fact that they're giving us this game again is kind of insane. Everyone was really hoping for a brand new Star Fox game, a new story, just something new. But no, it's the same thing again. And clearly they're trying to reboot the franchise. You can tell because this game has no subtitle. And the fact that it has no subtitle means, it's just Star Fox. Meaning they really are trying to, reboot the franchise and just, really get this thing going again, because we haven't had a Star Fox game in a very, very long time. The last one we had very mixed opinions. Also, the fact that they're keeping it an on-rails shooter is a very risky play, because those aren't popular. On-rail shooters just aren't that popular of a genre. Now, they're not crazy disliked, except the fan base is just very small. So the fact that they went with another on-rail shooter instead of changing it is kind of crazy. So, with all that said, that's kind of the negative side of this game. But now we can move on to the pros, and the first big pro is the looks. I know I downed on the looks before, but it's mainly the characters' models. For me, it's mainly Fox. But everything else, and still lots of the characters, do look really good. Going for this realistic style looks insanely good, and it's honestly looking like the best looking Nintendo game. And I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm just meaning, looks wise. There's definitely a lot of games that are probably much better than this one's going to be, but looks wise, it is stunning. Another pro is there is going to be an insanely good multiplayer. As we saw in the direct for this game, the multiplayer will be insanely expanded upon, and we will have, you're basically going to be in this small area, flying around, shooting things, and that's going to be the gist of it, but it will be very heavily expanded upon, which is great. Another pro is they're adding a lot more story elements and really fleshing out the story. Even though it is for, the fourth time, at least, they are doing something a little different with the story. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Peace out, everyone.